Spike it up, holding on. Trigger, you've done it, you champion. Spike it up, wins, goes to the lead. John's going to take out the Dudley Justice. And that's Mr. Ali. It could be. He's fighting back. Oh, look at him. Spike it up, does it.
Here we are again, Mobile Rolling, Series 3, Episode 8, Jimmy, and we doing the betting part first?
I don't know.
I think we should.
Okay, all right, we'll do that.
Because I think someone's making a real comeback here out of the three of us.
All right, you were spot on last week.
I tell you what I did last night.
Yeah.
I spent about half an hour polishing this trophy up.
Yeah, for Jack.
Yeah. It's come up a treat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So looking forward to the betting segment. We're going to talk SA Cup, we're going to talk Derby, Trotters Cup, fantastic night Saturday night.
Yep.
You'll be calling all of them, or you're giving the two I see
I think Lachlan's going to call the last race.
Is he?
Yeah, so he's MC on the night.
Right.
So he'll do all his MC work and,
Yep.
and I think call a couple of pony races.
Yep.
But he asked if he could call the last race, which he did last time with the SA Cup, apparently.
Okay.
I can't remember, but that's what he told me.
Oh, that's good.
So, yeah, he'll call the last one. So I'll have a rest for the last race.
You can get home early.
I'll still have to stay there because he's got my equipment. I've got to take it home. But, yeah, like I said last week, I think it'll be my 19th Cup this year.
Yep.
And looking forward to it. And
I've loved your calls in the Cup, mate. They're just... I'm sure you get a bit more excited when the good races are here. You don't get too many of them in SA to call, unfortunately.
Yeah,
but this meeting must be pretty exciting for you.
Yeah, you get a spring in your step.
Yeah.
You see better quality horses
Yeah.
and more aggressive racing.
How
Yeah.
excited are you going to get when What a Bro sneaks along the sprint lane?
You're hinting about
gets
Darren Billinger.
Gets up at $126.
Yeah, you're hinting about Darren Billinger, our special guest.
Oh, is he coming in?
Come on, you know he is. Yeah. But anyway, we'll see what happens with What a Bro. But yeah,
Yep.
he's got the speed to lead, so it's a matter of who he wants to hand up to. You know, there's a bit
Yep.
of action there. But
Very good.
yeah,
Well, let's take a break, mate. We'll come back and we'll get Jack on.
okay.
Righto, back in a minute.
Pronto United Finance provides a professional, friendly and personalised service, offering competitive consumer lending solutions for whatever your current lifestyle finance requirements may be. We offer secured and unsecured loans for all types of items and occasions, large or small. It might be for a car or motorbike, a boat, a jet ski or caravan, and even horse floats. It might even be for a holiday or wedding. Contact us today, get your pre-approval in place and your mind at ease. Pronto United Finance, putting your personal needs first.
Welcome back to Mobile Rolling, and it's betting time, as you love it, Rocky. Jack, look at this guy here, eh?
Oh, he's laughing,
Eh?
yeah.
Oh, wait till here's the update. Here we go, here's the
Oh,
update.
no.
Hey, listen, it wasn't so bad for you. You didn't lose any money at all,
No,
Jack.
no.
So you went for Just Cappy and my mate Tomo, but of course the meeting was called off
Called
after
off.
race 2.
So that's a
there's
winner? That's
no,
a-
you
no
got a
loss
fair
of,
bit of
no
luck
loss
there,
of
Jack.
dollars.
That's a winner.
So
Yeah.
you're still
Yeah.
on 5 points total, and your
Yeah.
bank total is minus $120.
Yep.
All right, you're a bit stiff. They were both going to win those two, weren't they?
I hope so.
We're not even going to go close, Jack.
Rocky, now
Yes.
your Maharaja bet for the win didn't count,
No.
so no loss,
Yep.
no points. But then Alcatraz Lass, Mount Gambier Gold Cup,
Mark Billinger.
close to the heart, $10 each way for the win, $10.20 for the win, $2.70 for the place. So Rocky's
Gee, that
back
was a
in
good
action.
bet.
Back in action. Look, I thought there'd be more action. I really did. I thought there'd be more pressure. But once Mark got the front, he just rated it just
Perfect.
perfect.
Yep.
Just not too slow, not too fast.
Yep.
And just perfect. Anyway, so you get 3 points
Yes.
plus $109 profit from Alcatraz. Total, after episode 7, Rocky is now on 9 points and he's in the black, plus $33 on
Just
the balance.
Start. Just the start.
This one here is the only one that's running in the negative. The champ from last season. Need to lift your game, Jack.
Buckled.
Yeah.
You got to lift your game.
Absolutely
he's
buckled under
crumbling.
pressure.
He called me a front runner
I don't
one time.
I don't know how he keeps
Hot
fronting
called
up.
the kettle black.
I don't know how
eh?
he keeps fronting up every Thursday.
All right. I went for Maharaja. He's living in hope. He'll start tipping $60 ones just so he can jag something. $20 bet on Maharaja did not count.
Yep.
So no loss, no points.
Yep.
My $10 each way, Ocalero Lad. Tossed up between Ocalero Lad and Captain Snooze. Went the wrong way.
Yep.
Ocalero Lad
Nice
every,
run.
every chance. No points, minus $20. So after episode 7, I'm on 10 points.
Yep.
plus $96. So I've
You're
got
still
the
a long
lead.
way in front.
Still have got the lead. Okay. What are we going to do this week, Jack? Oh, there's the hotline. Late mail's coming through. What? You need help? Phone a friend.
Phone a friend, yeah. You wouldn't read about it, would you?
So,
Told you you look like
did
Bill
they send you a
Gates.
little message there about which one to go for?
I just cut them straight off.
Are you going to do this on your own, or do you need a phone a friend help?
I'll go for the audience.
There it is again. All right. So,
Sounds like we're at the Royal Adelaide show.
no clowning around here.
50-50.
All right. So let's roll. What's the win bet?
Right. We'll go to Globe Derby Saturday night.
Okay.
Yes.
I've got to document this.
I'm going to go against Out to Play. It's first up. I'm going in the first race, Leonard S.
400 metres to go. Leonard S kicks away. 5 metres, Miss Hartley. Dot the eye under pressure. 28.9 the third quarter. Leonard S has them chasing. 4 metres in front. To the outside, Miss Hartley's coming there now. Will she have the last laugh? Leonard S the far side, the near side, Miss Hartley. Miss Hartley, Chris Alford moving up to Leonard S. Greg Sugars, and Miss Hartley went past Leonard S. And Miss Hartley had the run of the race and won the race. Miss Hartley for the Watson Patterson Memorial. 7 metres, Leonard S.
Toss-up handed the lead up last start.
Yep.
Leonard S has some chance of finding the lead, and I'm going to just bet against the Tonkin horse, Out to Play.
All right.
So I think that might be my win bet
Righto.
on Leonard S.
That's $20 win. All right.
Yep.
Now you're
Okay.
each way, Jack.
And my each way, I'm going to go with my mate Tomo again.
Yes.
Each way in race 6,
Yep.
number 2.
Yep.
So I'll stay with him each way.
Okay. So my mate Tomo.
Tomo, yep.
All right. So for Jack Bashara, he's gone race 1, number 2, Leonard S, $20 a win. And race 6, number 2, my mate Tomo, $10 each way. That's his bets to try and bounce back. Rocky, you're on the bit, you're travelling, you're coming home hard. What do you got this week?
Well, I'm going safety first, really. Going against Jack in race 1, Clayton Tonkin's taken over Out to Play. It is first up, but its form has been against way better horse than he's meeting here. Yes, he's second row, but I can see him working to the death at some stage in the race, and if he sits outside him, he'll be too strong. So I've gone Out to Play in race 1.
$20 the win?
$20 the
Ooh,
win.
one of you two are going to lose unless it's a dead heat.
Off the back in 26.8, and the leader is Max Delight, 4 metres in front. Demon Delight's ended up dropping in behind it from Lochinvar Art. Leader going well, now going for home Max Delight, 5 metres in front of Demon Delight. Then came Lochinvar Art, Out to Play Malcolm's Rhythm. Leader is Max Delight, it's 4 metres in front of Out to Play. Demon Delight can't get to it, still in front Max Delight. Out to Play's going to dive late, but it won't get there. And Max Delight went all the way. Max Delight won it from Out to Play.
And then I'm going to the Cup.
Race 7.
I think it's a fascinating race, and I'm my $10 each way is going to be on Somewhere Secret. Kimmer Frenning on board for Emma.
Yep.
I think that's for a reason as well, which we'll discuss later on in the Cup build-up. So that's my each way bet is Somewhere Secret. In the Cup.
Okay, so race 7, number 5, Somewhere Secret.
Yep.
I'm staying away from some of the major races.
Yep.
Look, I'm going to go in the 2-year-old race. She cost me a lot the other day, but I'm going to back Blue Rules.
Yep.
So race 4, number 1, Blue Rules in the kindergarten. $20 to win. I think she's the leader. I think Sanua Beach is clearly the best horse in the race, but with the preferential barrier draw for the fillies, he's got to draw out wide on the second row. He's got a lot of traffic that he's got to dodge.
Yep.
If you reverse the barrier draws, I'd be quite happy to back him at $1.40. I'd just load up at $1.40 because I think he's clearly the best 2-year-old we've got here. What we've seen so far in the heats of the kindergarten. Just went straight to the front at Mount Gambier. Was
round the outside, making ground now is Lady Alexia. Now Blue Rules balances up on the inside. She's got a chance to push through if she keeps pacing. But in front, Mischievous Maggie leads away. Blue Rules is coming back on the inside, but not quick enough. In third placing behind those Lady Alexia, and down the outside, better mine than yours, but Mischievous Maggie wins by default. Second, Blue Rules.
And the each way, now, I'm sort of half going to take on the Brent Lilly Trotter, Galleon's Victory. Sort of half. I think if it goes its best, it'll lead and win.
Okay.
But I like the way that Cheval's Racer trialled at Gawler against Kitsilano and the other trotters that are in the SA Cup. And my each way will be race 2, number 4, Cheval's Racer. Hopefully it does everything right there.
Yep.
So that's what I'm going. So my win bet,
one.
race 4, number 1, Blue Rules, $20 to win.
Yep.
My each way, race 2, number 4, Cheval's Racer, 10 each way. We're going to take a little break. We're going to come back and we're going to have a really in-depth look of the big night of harness racing this Saturday night for the South Australia Cup. Welcome to the British Workmen's Club, where we've had star performers here. Jerry and the Pacemakers, Del Shannon, some of the greats of years gone by. But nowadays, they have plenty of great bands performing here. Every weekend, a host of Adelaide's top bands perform. The Party Cats, led by Masters Apprentice legend Peter Tilbrook. We all know Peter. And the Lincolns are here, Chunky Custard, plus a host of South Australia's up-and-coming bands. Right behind me, you can see the fully stocked bar, plenty of drinks to be had, a great location for a great night out at Davis Street, Wingfield, just off Grand Junction Road. Come to the British Workingmen's Club. Welcome back to Mobile Rolling. It's time to talk South Australia Cup meeting, Rocky and Jack. Okay. Now, the markets have been out since Wednesday with Tab. So let's have a look what we've got. Regal Lager, $101. This is for the South Australia Cup, Group 1. Well, Group 2, sorry. Used to be Group 1, but we'll say it's Group 2 now because that's what it is. Pat Stanley, $2.70 up to $3. Joe's a Character, $101. Little Peanut, $3.20 into $2.90, so they backed him. Rocky, your tip, Somewhere Secret, $5.
$5.
Right. Van Mara, 11 out to 14. E-Main Macca, $11 into $7.50. Placed in last year's SA Cup, they backed him again. Second row, we've got American Zest at $41. Blissful Strides at a little nibble, 61 into 51. Stroke of Luck's also had a nibble, 61 into 41. Assassinator Emergency at 101. And Rack 'em Up Tiger Pie, $6 into $5.50. Now, Rocky, let's talk about your tip, Somewhere Secret, you like.
Yep, I do. Look, the way, for me, looking at it last night a heap of times, I think the only way that E-Main Macca has a chance in the race is to turn the whip around and it has to find the top. Yep. Doesn't it? Won't stay there after working hard over, for the 2600. So I can see it going to the top. Little Peanut might take him on as well or sit outside, but I really think Kim has come over to drive Somewhere Secret because they're going to roll forward and make sure they find the top. That's how I see it. So I think Pat Stanley is a chance to be 3 or 4 back the fence. So I think it's way unders for the race. I think E-Main Macca can finish first 5. Might run into a place. And I reckon Little Peanut's Victorian form is a fraction overrated at the minute.
Okay.
It hasn't beaten a lot. One of its races have beat a horse called Lou Star. Wouldn't beat Leonard S. So I just think it's a little bit overrated. I might be proven wrong, but I can see it easily getting beaten on Saturday night. It's a great cup for me. It's got a lot of what ifs about it. But that's the way I see it unfolding. I don't see Mick Stanley coming from the back because there'll be no spot for him outside the leader if he wants to make that mid-race move. So I think once they find out where they are in the first 600, there won't be too much action until the 800.
Okay. How do you see it, Jack?
Well, I just don't know for sure what's going to be the leader. I thought Little Peanut might push forward first. He won the Warragul Cup, Wedderburn Cup, and he found the lead there. I don't know whether he will maintain the lead or whether Somewhere Secret will take him on and he'll let it go.
I'll tell you what, let's go to the replay of the Wedderburn Cup of Little Peanut, and you can see the early part of the race where Greg Sugars was aggressive. He pushed for the lead. He didn't go to the lead straight away. He didn't quite get across, but then he got to the lead down the back straight. So let's look at that for Little Peanut and also the concluding stages.
The Loddonshire Wedderburn Cup 2020. First run in 1973, the 47th running. Green light is on, racing. Getting out quickly, Little Peanut towards the outside of American Zest. Rock and Roll Baby on the inside, trying to hold a forward position. American Zest the first to get down to the pegs from Little Peanut the outside. Rock and Roll Baby behind them. Back in the field from inside the second row, Form Analyst was able to get one off the peg. Sicario is fifth into that first turn. So into the back straight with 2 3/4 laps to go. And Little Peanut moves up on the outside for last year's winning driver, Greg Sugars, and runs to the lead by 4 metres. 28 seconds the third quarter. Little Peanut slipped them on the crest of a waves, flying from miles back. American Zest into the clear. Little Peanut 5 metres. American Zest on the crest of a wave down the outside, but Little Peanut is going to win the Wedderburn Cup in a breeze. What a win! Little Peanut by 8 metres, and back-to-back wins of the race for Greg Sugars. Little Peanut, brilliant.
I think he's...
You liked that win, didn't you, Jay?
I did.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very...
Yeah.
I know he didn't beat what is some of these horses like Somewhere Secret's raced against, but the win was convincing.
I think I understand what Rocky's saying, because if you go back 3 starts ago, Blissful Stride, who's at $61, beat him home at Melton. But then since then he had an easy win at Warragul, but he went to Wedderburn. I think they've got him peaking at the right time. I think he's a better, different horse than what he was 3 starts ago. So I think that Jess Tubbs has got him spot on for the Cup. But I'd probably want to see him leader or near the leader. And I'm with you. I'm a bit unsure who's going to be the leader here, because you've got gate speed with quite a few. Pat Stanley begins okay when it was with Blake Fitzpatrick in New South Wales. He had gate speed. Joe Zaccaria, well, Ken Rogers won't go home wondering. He'll try and use his speed. If Greg Sugars is aggressive like he was at Wedderburn, I'm sure it's got the speed to stop Somewhere Secret getting across. And Somewhere Secret does begin quite well. And then I've got to say, I can't see Emain Macca getting across. I don't think he begins quite as quick as what he used to when he was a younger horse. I think Greg Schofield's concentrated more on getting the strength into the horse, which has lost a little bit of his speed. I can't see him getting across. I could be wrong.
I didn't think he'd get across.
Last year's Cup, the front line was a slower front line than what he's meeting this year. He was able to get across from barrier 6 last year. I don't think he can get across this year, but I could be wrong. But I don't doubt that there'll be action, and there'll be plenty of speed early running to that first turn.
And I'd be surprised if anything off the back one.
I wouldn't. I reckon if they go berserk for the lead, racking up Tiger Pie, I think has got a really good chance of winning.
Well,
I don't think he's the same horse he was this time last year.
No, he hasn't won for a long, long while.
No, he hasn't. But his recent runs have been okay. His second, I thought he's he ran second in the Ballarat Cup last year, and he's nowhere near that form now.
No.
But I just want to highlight one of his runs. And in this same race, you've also got Somewhere Secret that's in the same race as well. And let's go to the run of Rack 'em Up Tiger Pie, who'll be 4 back the inside, following Somewhere Secret, who's 3 back the inside. I might be 4 or 5 back on the inside. Let's go to that replay.
29.7 for the second quarter. It's AG's White Sox is upping the tempo off the back. Leads Code Bailey 3 metres. Getting into the clear now. Our Uncle Sam coming with a run. On the inside was Tam Major. Self-Assured's got a lot of work to do. It's 30 metres off the lead and very wide. Off the back straight in 27.1. AG's White Sox from Code Bailey. Our Uncle Sam the outside, then Tam Major. AG's White Sox went for home. It got away on Tam Major. Code Bailey. Down the outside is our Uncle Sam, then Self-Assured. AG's White Sox in front. Self-Assured flying home with Chase Auckland. AG's White Sox in front. AG's White Sox has won it. A New Zealand trifecta. What runs from Self-Assured and Chase Auckland? They've broken the clock the last 200. Code Bailey close up. Tam Major is right up there. Our Uncle Sam. Rack 'em Up Tiger Pie went well. Then came Somewhere Secret.
Rocky, I'm going to say, watching that replay of the Ballarat Cup there, I really do believe that Rack 'em Up Tiger Pie went better than Somewhere Secret.
Okay.
That was my opinion. And it was behind Somewhere Secret, went to go around the outside, then Mick Stanley's checked back underneath to go underneath it, and ran home better than what Somewhere Secret did, in my opinion. But I mean, this is a different race. This is a completely different race. It's a matter of who gets the right run and does the right thing in transit, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think that they'll keep going early. I think once they find their positions, I think the race will slow down.
Yeah, it will.
Well, that'll give the opportunity then for Rackham Up Tiger Pie to come around and sit outside the leader. But you think who's going to be in the breeze to stop him going to the breeze?
Somewhere Secret might be there.
Yeah, I hope not. I think she'll keep going for longer than Jack's saying. I think she'll try for 400 or 500 metres to find the top. Either way, I think there's going to be gaps there because, like you said, there's 4 or 5 that are going to come out with some real stink in that first couple of 100 metres. So I think there's gaps there for a lot of horses. The other two that I want to talk about, I don't give any chance to Van Mara.
Yep.
I question the build-up that it raced in the 2 Mercuries over 1,200 metres, now up to 2,600 in this. I don't think it's going to be good enough to win. But there's one that Kira Manning's second horse, that Stroke of Luck, its form looks average, but it's getting beaten by 5 to 9 metres against some serious quality horses, and that's 61 into 41 or 51. You said I think that's not a bad little each way bet off the second row as well. So I agree with it. The winner can come from the second row. It's going to be tougher for them, but I think they certainly can.
Well, Stroke of Luck has had 3 runs from 1 year off.
Yep.
It raced, I think it was the Hamilton Cup from memory.
Yep.
And then it raced. Its next run was next year's Cup.
Yeah.
And that was its first up run, which wasn't so good. But the 2 runs since then have been okay. In the Casey Classic, it ran quite well.
Yep.
And also in the Pure Steel. But it did have the back of the stablemate, Pat Stanley. And Pat Stanley dropped it off over the concluding stages when Sicario went to the outside. Pat Stanley went for the inside. So I think Karen's on the best of the stable runners with Pat Stanley.
Yeah.
And if there's a bit of action, I wouldn't be surprised Stroke of Luck ran very well indeed.
Yeah.
7th of July 2018, since it last won.
Yeah, a year off.
Yeah, it's a long while.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But these horses
did have a year off.
Yeah, but these horses now, they're a lot more seasoned, a lot more harder.
Yep.
I think it'll take a lot for it to win.
All right, well, give us your top 3 for the South Australia Cup, Jack.
I think Little Peanut,
Little Peanut for Jack, number
Pat
4.
Stanley,
Pat Stanley, number 2.
and Somewhere Secret.
Somewhere Secret, number 5. Rocky?
Yep, me, I'm going for number 5, obviously.
Somewhere Secret
Somewhere
on top,
Secret
number 5 for
on
Rocky.
top. I think Pat Stanley will get off the fence at some stage and run home hard. So
Why do you think it's going to be on the fence?
I think it'll cross Regal Lager. To me, you've got no choice. You've got to get over. You've got to get over there.
All right.
And I'm with you. I think one will come from the back, and I'll go for a bit of value. I'll go for Stroke of Luck to run in the 3rd spot.
Okay, so number 10. So you've gone 5, 2 and 10.
Yep.
I've put number 2, Pat Stanley, on top to beat number 4, Little Peanut. For 3rd, I put it number 12, Rackham Up Tiger Pie. So that's for the South Australia Cup. What are we going to look at now? The Trotters Cup? They can wind us up all day they want. We're talking about the SA Cup, mate. You just relax there, Arj. The Trotters Cup. Now, here's the prizes for the Trotters Cup. Ghent and Robbie Zoov and Illawong Patrick all at $126.
Yep.
Kitsilano, $11 into $6.50.
Ooh.
The penny drops $8 into $7.50. God of Thunder, 16 out to 18. Cool Breeze, 26 into 23. Now, this is the little tricky part, because Ronald J is the favourite, but it's the emergency. So it's $1.85 out to $1.95. But if it doesn't get a run, that just cuts to pieces the prices with the deductions of what everyone else is getting on the others.
Yeah.
Ismok is $4 out to $4.40. Doug, $4.60. It's Elvis. They've even spec it's Elvis. 101 into 71. I can't see why. I think he just needs a spell.
Yep.
War Spirit, $4 out to $5. Mass Destruction, $4 into $3.80. All right, so purely and simply, if Ronald J gets a start, it's just going to be too good.
Yeah.
On its Melton trial that it had,
Yep.
Kate just sat there, seemed to be bolting over the concluding stages. Ismok was in the same trial and couldn't keep up with it when it sprinted up. It was a walk in the park trial, just a sit sprint.
Yep.
This is the first run for Andrew Gath.
Yep.
Right? He knows how to win the Trotters Cup.
Knows how to train a trotter.
Exactly. And look, it's been racing in Group 1, Group 3 races in New Zealand. It went around in the Rowe Cup, Jack.
Yep.
And around the final bend, it pulled 4 wide, but mind you, it was trained by a very good trainer in New Zealand with Paul Nan.
Yeah.
But when it came around the bend, it went that quickly. It went out of its. It broke gate.
Yeah.
It broke gate. All right. So if it does everything right,
it's the winner.
it's the winner
Yep.
without too many problems.
Yeah.
That's Ronald J. Now take Ronald J out of the equation. What have you got, Jack?
Well, I'd go Mass Destruction.
Off the 20 metres.
Yeah.
Brent Lilly looking at getting another Trotters Cup.
I think so.
Yep.
That's my pick.
Okay. Rocky?
Providing Ronald J.
Yeah, I'm the same as JB. I think Mass Destruction's the best horse in the race. But of the locals, I think they're almost at the stage where it looks to me like they've worked out Kitsilano.
Yeah.
If it can find the top, it'll take some running down.
Yeah.
But
I think she proved at the Gawler trial that she's clearly South Australia's best possible chance if she trots all the way.
Yeah.
I mean, God of Thunder was out there. Even the Victorian who's at a Doug, who stayed here after not getting a run in the Grimmel Cup, she beat them easily.
yeah,
And if she trots, she's clearly
God of
the
Thunder
best.
had a hard hit out last Sunday to make up for missing that race, and we were never a chance against Kitsilano.
Yeah, she
Having
brained
said that,
him.
I thought Doug was a little bit disappointing on Sunday.
I don't think Danny pushed him out that much.
No.
I think she left something up the sleeve over the concluding stages. I think, but I've got to say this: if you compare the Victorian runs, or any time that God of Thunder's gone against Doug, I think there's nothing between them.
Yeah.
And you're getting $18 about God of Thunder, and only $4.60 about Doug. So and God of Thunder's drawn the front, is going to get a good advantage.
Yep.
Look, I like Ronald J. I think if Ronald J gets a run, it wins.
Yep.
Taking that out of the equation, I've gone with number 9, Ismok, for Brent Lilly, Aussie Mifsud.
Nice win last start.
Comfortable win, needs to step up, but it begins well. It'll be nice and handy early, and drawn 2 on the second row. It'll follow through, and it's behind either Robbie Zeeb or Illawong Patrick. And Illawong Patrick, if he goes away, he'll probably be the leader. And Ismok will just follow through. Aussie will follow through. Be aggressive. I wouldn't be surprised if it got to the lead down the back straight.
Yep.
Yeah. But anyway.
So we're all
that's
thinking
how
that
it
Brent
is.
Lilly will win the cup.
It's all revolving around Ronald J getting a start, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It'll either be Andrew Gath or Brent
To
Lilly.
me, there's no way it gets a start.
Well, there's no scratchings at this stage, but we'll see what happens. Yeah.
You getting the wind up?
Yeah, we are. We had it for quite a while. Just quickly, the Derby. I just want to highlight which I think is the best horse in this race. Let's get a replay of Mac Dan, who's drawn barrier 7 in the Derby.
Yep.
He'll be the odds-on favourite. I think he's clearly the best horse in the race. Let's look at his run in the Victoria Derby.
Going to the 400 metres, line-up leads 2 metres. Third quarter they went 26.8, and line-up shook off You're My Sunshine. To the outside now, Governor Jujon, held up bad to the bone, but line-up going for home now. Favourite raced away. To the outside is Governor Jujon. Line-up led 8 metres on Governor Jujon. 100 left to go, line-up in front from Governor Jujon. It's line-up from Governor Jujon getting close. Line-up in front though. Anthony Butt takes the big double, and line-up goes all the way and beats Governor Jujon. Perfect Stride got into third. Then either Mac Dan, You're My Sunshine, who was brave.
Well, in my opinion, I think Mac Dan's the best horse in the race.
Yep.
He had a soft run on the inside. He's going to have to work harder from barrier 7. But, you got the combination of Emma Stewart and Greg Sugars. They'll work something out. I think he's the best horse in the race. Soho Tsunami has beaten a much easier field in his first up run.
Ran time though.
Ran time, went to the trials at Melton. They put him over 22.40. Mick Stanley drove him a lot different. He parked him in behind the leader, gave him a nice soft run. He won the trial reasonably comfortable, but in the end he gave him a little flick up. So that was good as far as a racing perspective was. And he dropped a bit because he got really fierce when he won. I think it was it Sonata or Stall? I can't remember where he won. But nevertheless, he was much more tractable in that trial, which was good. And that's what Mick Stanley wanted to do. He's a big horse, really big horse. He's got a lot of speed. I think the best roughie is Beat City.
No doubt.
I think it's coming up at the right time, and each way would be worth a ticket.
I think I saw $17. Beat City. I think it's a great each way chance. I don't think it can win, but I think it's a great each way chance. Beat the older horses last start. I think it'll find a good spot. Maharaja they've done a terrific job with Maharaja, but to me it's just looking like it might need a few weeks off. So I hope it runs a great race for them. He certainly was trained for this, but I reckon next time in they're going to have a really serious racehorse on their hands.
And how do you think Who's a Shark will go?
I can see it going back to last.
Oh, no. No, I think they'll press forward. Definitely press forward.
Won't find the top.
Oh, he'll just press forward. Wolf of West Bay, if Wolf of West Bay gets across, he'll probably look for a sit over 22.30.
Maybe.
He's a Shark, might be the first one there.
Form's good, isn't it?
It is great.
It all depends on the speed of Soho Tsunami. Showed reasonable gate speed in the trial at Melton, so he may maybe have enough speed to stop Wolf of West Bay getting across.
Yeah.
And you think McDan will just work across and sit outside of them and be too good?
I wouldn't be surprised if Mick Stanley hands up to it.
Well, that'd be race over, wouldn't it?
After watching that trial, I'm not sure whether Mick's certain it'll get 22.30 comfortably.
Cup night's always a night of question marks, isn't it?
It is,
You've
great.
got horses that are going
Fantastic.
from all over Australia that are gathering around to be together, and you've got to align how good this one is and that one is.
Well, they couldn't have got a more even field.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good for the betting.
Yeah, it'd be
good
great
for
betting
the
race.
spectacle.
All the races, every race on the program, I think is a really good betting race.
All right. Anything else in adding? Did we ask you about the Derby, Jack?
Yes.
You're with McDan, are you?
Yep, I'm with McDan.
All right.
Yep.
Now the boss has joined in.
Yep. We'll take a break and we'll come back and we've got a very special guest in Darren Billinger who's going to join us.
Etchers. With over 30 years combined experience, we endeavour to make your presentation the best it can be. We specialise in all things corporate, from your company's major awards through to your club's trophy needs, as well as sports uniforms and equipment. Our giftware range is second to none, which you can view on eBay. All you do is just type in Etchers. Etchers is proud to be your one-stop shop, making everything a whole lot easier for you. Etchers, proudly supporting harness racing in South Australia. Please come and see us at 142 Port Road, Hindmarsh.
Welcome back to Mobile Rolling. Rocky, we had Jack on talking about the SA Cup, South Australia's major event. And Darren Billinger, welcome to the show, Darren.
Hi, Jerry.
you, mate.
Rocky,
Good.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, great to have you, mate. Because I thought we'd get Darren on because he's played a big part in the SA Cup. He's always had a few runners.
doubt.
In fact, the last 5 editions, you've had runners in the SA Cup, and I think 6 of the last 7, Darren. So what we wanted to find out a bit, do you feel any different when you come to a South Australia Cup as far as getting ready for a race compared to just a normal basic race? Do you get, like when I'm calling, I feel a little bit more excitement about it. I feel probably a bit more adrenaline. What happens to you as a trainer driver?
Yeah, probably a similar story. The excitement that you're going to get a few people there, that's the most exciting bit. That if someone's actually going to be watching instead of the normal crowd that we get. So, you build up, depending on what you got too. Most times in the big race, I was on an outsider, so never really thought I was going to win the race. But it was just great to be out there, and a couple of times I've been lucky enough to sneak a place, and it's a great thrill.
Yeah, for sure. And those 2 horses, let's talk about those. Obviously, we want to talk about Come On Frank, because he's always the one that everyone relates to you as far as, and I think he was the first one that you ever had that run a place in the South Australia Cup as far as training driving was concerned.
Yeah, first one to run a place. Yeah, I had a drive a long time ago on a horse called Calago for Michael Henniker.
Yeah.
Or John Henniker, I should say. Yeah, but so that was a great thrill when the crowds were a lot bigger.
Yeah.
And probably Come On Frank, he came back from Menangle, and it was the race where Smoking Up and Caribbean Blaster went to the line stride for stride, and my horse was really on the end of his tether after being in Menangle for so long. And so I was basically driving for third. I was back nearly last, and pulled out at the 100-metre mark and went past about 6 and just snuck into third. And you blokes were getting excited about the front 2, but I was very happy about the third one. Trust me.
Because those sorts of races, mate, like you got him back from an angle. When you went through the field, do you think, I reckon I can get 3rd or 4th here?
Oh, well, best hope was 3rd or 4th. There's no doubt about that. And the horse was, he was at 40%. He was just about buggered after such a big campaign over there. So he wouldn't have run normally, would have been in the paddock. But because it was the Cup, we came home for it. And it was just terrific to be there.
Like winning it.
Just before that, probably the season before, he ran in the Dudley Justice. And that was probably one of the biggest thrills of my life, that race.
Yep.
It was only 6 months after my daughter had passed.
Yep.
There was a big story in the paper about what had happened. He'd won the Southern Cross final, which was just gives me goosebumps just thinking about it
Yeah.
now. And then he came back for that race when he was a C1 or C2, I think. He was taking on M5s. And everyone said I was stupid putting him in the race, but I just wanted to see what he was. And we got to the track and the place was packed, you know. It was a really big crowd. Unfortunately, the power went out and it all stuffed afterwards. But when the Dudley Justice was on, everyone was happy and it was amazing. And when he got up and beat, I can't tell you what it was, but something like Glenn Douglas's, it was just the thrill and the roar from the crowd. And when I went back, everybody was standing in the grandstand. You could see them up the top, and it's something that just lived with me forever. You know, I got quite emotional after the race during the speech. I lost it completely actually, but it was just unbelievable feeling. And I think we had 150, 200 people come out on the track and get a photo taken. Julie invited everybody out on the track. So we've got a photo at home with all these people with their stubbies at the back. It was just a great feeling, and
good on you.
Gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. And that was just the Dudley Justice, you know.
Yeah.
So if you ever got one good enough to win the Cup, well, you know, that's just what everyone dreams about. Of course.
Well, the next year when you win in the South Australia Cup, I believe myself, it's the greatest race we've ever had of the SA Cup when you had Smoking Up and Caribbean Blaster.
It certainly was.
And the roar from the crowd, I'd never heard any louder. Did you feel the same thing, even though you're like 20 metres behind them? Did you get that same feeling from the crowd, or was it more for you, the Dudley Justice, the biggest roar?
As a personal note, it was the other one because we're more involved, or like the Southern Cross final, where there wasn't as much crowd there, but the feeling behind and the emotion behind winning that race, that was just incredible. You can feel the crowd screaming, and even when the horse, horse like Frank, when I'd go to Menangle or I'd go to Melbourne, you'd have people cheering over the fence before we even started because of your story. You know, it just makes you so strong, and just you think you're unbeatable. You know, that's why I drove him sometimes like that. You know,
he's always been clever with money. You know, like working in the Commonwealth Bank, you know, for many years and all. But I think it was 125,000. It was I think for that race, and running third picked up about 11K or something like that. And I think that was the highest the prize money he'd ever been.
At that time, it was. He went
fantastic.
on to do a lot better than that afterwards.
When he raced at Menangle, mate, how often did you go up to Sydney when he raced? Every time?
Oh, well, I was there with him.
You were there the whole time?
We stayed there for 3 months the first time.
Okay.
And we stayed at Robert Morris's just across the road from the track, and lived in a caravan and worked him on the track for 3 months. It was just a great time, you know, and got to meet so many people. You know, all the McCarthys and the Alchins, and they're all friends now. And it's just the Harvey Kaplans, and it's just built. Well, I went to the sales on the weekend, and I only went to the sales in Melbourne so I could catch up with all these people that you never see. Silly me bought a horse while I was there.
I was going to bring it up in a minute.
But you know, it's just they're lifetime friends, all through a horse. You know, and it's just it's absolutely incredible. You go to Melbourne, and everyone still remembers that night when he won that big race at 25-1, and everyone still talks about it. I went not that long ago, probably 3 years ago. We went on an overseas trip. We liked to have a few holidays, and the guy that was doing the screens when you put your stuff through in Melbourne,
the
security guard. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, and he just said to Jules and me, and he said, "I know you. You got Come On Frank." And he said, "I don't even follow the trots, but I followed that horse." He said, and it still comes up. You know, that people just remember that, and most of the people are not trotting people. You know, just ones that got attached to the story.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he had the TV thing and all that.
Yeah. Who named him, Darren?
Come On Frank. Well, I've told about 453 Franks that it was named after them, but so the true story is that we had our house and properties at Two Wells up for sale, and we sold everything except this foal that was just born on the day that the settlement was signed, and the real estate agent was called Frank. And he was a real arrogant, pig-headed man. But he got me top dollar for the sale, and I said to Julie, "That's what we need in a racehorse, real arrogant bastard that gets the job done." And so that's how he got his name, Frank.
Okay.
And then as he got older, he was just so lazy and just so horrible, and so it was Come On Frank.
Obviously, the yearling you bought just recently, that one was probably named. You bought that because of my name's involved there.
Well, Goiter. That's what we've called him. He's got a Goiter.
Because he bought a pet rock.
Yeah.
And if you don't mind, what did you pay for it, mate?
12.5 he was.
12.5, that's good.
Yeah, it was a ridiculous price.
I
really,
think the third dam is very, very good. I think there's some real talent's gone through on the mare side as well. Might be a bit of fun for you, mate.
Well, I've got a pet rock 2-year-old at home, which is a bit big. not quite ready, but a lovely horse. And that's.
Yeah.
I actually went over to buy Frank's brother, to be honest with you.
Oh, did you?
And had a look at him, and you know, we like horses with big rears, and he was a bit small, and so we let him go. Probably a champion. somebody, the Karunas have bought him. They've got all the rest of the family, so he's going to get every chance. So this one was really third last lot of the day, so it was probably was going to be him or none. So,
yeah, because I hear a lot of the pet rocks are very quiet horses as well. Is that?
Yeah, this horse is huge and he's beautiful. He's just really good.
Well,
Yep.
We've got a lap to go, boys.
What, it's not a 4 hour show? What's going on?
Let's talk a bit about the SA Cup, because I mentioned I just want to go through so I can bring some memories back there.
Yep.
Come on, Frank, 2013, finished third, picked up 11.2k there.
Yep.
2014, you missed out there, no drives or any horses in the SA Cup. But from every year from 2015 on to last year, Come on, Frank finished 7th in 2015, 9th in 2016. Then you had When Me Chief was your other place getter.
Yep.
And that was in 2017. It was only 100,000 back in those days. And this is a difference. Like when Come On Frank ran third, it was 125k. He picked up 11.2k. When Me Chief picked up 9k. So it's a big difference, that extra little bit of prize money. But When Me Chief, I think you got to be really, really proud of what you did with him to get into the placings, and what you did with him as a horse, how you took him to the next level.
Yeah, it's one of our best achievements as training. He put in the team, brought him over for a race on a Saturday night, and I just rang me up and asked me to drive him, and he ran third, and he said, "Oh, he went all right here. They might be a bit weaker here. Can you give him a couple of runs?" So yeah, and then he stayed for 2 years, and we won a race at Melton with him, and yeah, I think he won 150,000 here, and you can do it here if you've got the right horse. Albert Jacko come here as an old horse and won 140,000 in Adelaide, and you can do it. So as long as you look after your horse and get the right horse, there's still money to be won in Adelaide.
Yeah,
sure.
I agree with that, and I followed your horses for a long time, as you know. And when you got When Me Chief, I thought, this is going to be a battle for Darren, and to turn it into the horse that you did. And every time he went home, he went
lost
back.
the leg again.
Yeah, he went back to being, C1, C2 class.
Yeah.
As soon as he came back home to you, so whether it was the environment, but I'll put it down to the fact that this bloke can train a bit.
Yep.
He also loved the secret with him was that I used to work him out the back amongst the trees. Put him on a track, he'd pull his head off, get worked up, be nervous, go off his tucker, put him out the back amongst the trees every day. He just relaxed. He loved it. Loose rein, come home, eat up. Just happy where he was. Simple as that. He's happy where he was.
Yeah. And then in 2018, you had dual runners. Matthew Smith, you gave the drive on When Me Cheap. You drove Futurist. He beat you home. And then you had Futurist in last year where Anthony Robinson went around on him there. So well done to have a horse in our premier race for the last 6 or 7 years. Pretty well.
It's just a shame Futurist's form's dropped right off, so he wasn't good enough to get in it this year. But yeah, it's still good. We missed out this year. Hopefully we'll get one for next year. But
Tell me about Futurist, mate. I mean, you've seen him around the tracks for 3 or 4 years that taken notice of him. What's he like to train? And, because to us watching, it seems like he drops a bit, he picks it up, he takes a long time to get momentum. And you look like you're earning your money as a driver every time you jump on him.
He loses 2 kilos every time he drives.
Yeah, so what sort of horse is he to?
He's a lovely horse. I love him. He was a $4,000 purchase that's won 140,000. So another great story.
Yep.
He's a rig, so he's temperamental, and him and I get on really well.
Yep.
Stranger will come in, he'll go him. But to work, he's a lovely horse to work. He's keen, slow.
Yeah.
And he gets most of his work as a galloper. We gallop him all the time because he hits his knee pretty bad.
Okay.
So we try and keep the hobbles off him until race days.
Yeah.
And then when the hobbles are on, I suppose he's won, 20 odd races.
Yeah.
At least, or maybe 30 races. I don't know. But they've all been in front or in the death except for one race, and because he's got no speed at all. He's never had any speed.
Yeah.
And of course, the harder the races get, and that's why he never does any good against the elite, because he's not quite good enough. It's as simple as that. He's probably at the moment running as bad as he's ever run. So if he doesn't do any good, he's like to have a break after Saturday night. But he'll be back, and just terrific bread and butter horse.
Yeah.
And that's, like I said,
You've had plenty of those, mate.
That's right. He won a race in Perth. But he only had 3-4 starts over there, and his foot played up again because he's so he's got a bad foot that we've got to manage all the time. And But yeah, been a great horse. Another one that's been terrific for us.
Yeah. Well, you don't have a runner in the SA Cup this Saturday, but I think you got 3 runners in Saturday night. Tell them, who do you think your best chance is on Saturday night?
I've probably got none, to be honest. Yeah, well, Futurist has drawn wide again. No, only thing in favour is just 2,600 metres. If it was 3 mile, we'd have a chance. But 2,600 is going to bring him in with a chance, but he's going to work extremely hard again.
Yeah.
It's cruel the way he runs, but if you go back, you're going to run last. So,
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got no choice. So he's a rough place hope. Waterbro stunk into the Derby. I think he was probably the last one in.
Yeah.
That's Come On Frank's brother.
You got the right draw, though.
I worked him on Wednesday. I worked him with one and made sure, get him up the sprint lane and made sure he won. we might have run 2:14, but he's confident. So, yeah, he's obviously he's outclassed. But you never know. We come up with the pole. Come On Frank was outclassed in the $100,000 race in Melbourne and got up on the sprint lane and won too. So we got more chance of anyone that's staying home in the stable. That's what I say. So we'll have a crack. And Steinman's going really well in the last. Once again, drawn wide. There's speed inside with Celestial Daybreak and Bubbles and Cheese. So where we're going to end up there, we don't know. But he's going pretty good.
Yeah. Mate, he looked like being your next Futurist, I reckon. He took a long time to get to the death a lot of times. And now all of a sudden he's got this gate speed. He's improved out of sight.
He's always had misbehaved. That was his problem. When I got him, I only got him because he was a rogue. And that's how I can afford him. It's the other brother that buys the deal.
Down to the last 4 million, Jimmy.
No, but he's done great. He was a headache earlier, absolute nightmare. But now he's just
ready to go.
Wonderful bread and butter horse. I think he's won 60,000 for a horse he's only average. He's not going to make SA Cup, no. But he's been a great horse for us and Heather, and it's just been wonderful.
Good on you, mate.
Yeah, it's been great, Darren. Good to have you on the show. And there you go. There's an insight of what the driver trainer goes through with the SA Cup. Nervousness, a little bit of anxious moments, I suppose. But that's Darren Billinger. We'll be back with more after the break.
Thanks, mate.
Just Wrecking Toyota, South Terrace Wingfield, for all your recycled and reconditioned parts. Our huge range covers almost every model in the vast Toyota stable. Proudly South Australian with over 25 years in the automotive recycling industry. So, if you want to save some serious money on anything Toyota, call us on 8359 4499 for fast and friendly service.
And welcome back for our close. We just had Darren Billinger on, mate. That was a fantastic interview.
Yeah, no, he's good. Good value, always is. And look, it's a big story, the Come On Frank story. And he made some very good points about how people that weren't even interested in the sport of harness racing became interested, you know what I mean? And that's a big thing, and huge on Facebook. Like, he had his own Facebook page, Come On Frank.
He did.
He broke a few of the... What do you call it where you press the buttons? What's that? Keyboards?
Keyboards.
With his hoof. He smashed a few keyboards.
And the Billinger story, mate, the whole way through, from Dad, Mark's back now, driving some
superb
good winners, double for us down
Alcatraz last
double for us down at Mount Gambier. $37.83. I keep telling everyone for that multi, mate.
Really?
Very nice.
Oh, okay.
Had $2 on it.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. So we've got the money.
Yeah.
Saturday night, mate, can't wait. Let's get out there and see how many South Australians can win a race for us on Saturday night.
Yeah, get to the trot Saturday. It's SA Cup night. Get there to Globe Derby. You can bring your esky as long as you don't have alcohol in it. And if you have drinks in there, it's going to be cans, no glass. Can be plastic. Bring your own food.
Get
the blanket out there. Cost you $10. What was it? $10 to get in. Yeah, $10 to get in, $5 for a concession. Have a good night. If you want to go upstairs and eat the buffet,
45.
So it's $35 for the buffet, $10 to get in, $45 gets you the whole package. But you got to book. You got to book if you want to go to the buffet.
Yep.
Get there to Globe Derby. Enjoy the trots. It'll be a good night of racing.
See you next week.